So this, whoops. Oh, I have quarters in there. Today, we're going to go over my most used handbags of 2024. And then we're going to follow it up with a video of my least used. And funny enough, I just pulled everything out and I'm staring at it right now. My least used bags tend to be the ones that I like more, actually. Like I like the whole pile of least used, and the ones that I actually have used. Not that I don't like them, I do like them, but they're not my favorites. So I find that kind of funny. Anyway, so let's get started. I'm going to go in no particular order. So the first one is actually not a designer bag. It is. I don't know if this is going to come in frame. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so this is my Ellandem, and I'll link it below. My Ellandem, is it toile print tote bag. So I got this. Now, everything I haven't necessarily had for the full year. Most things I've had for the full year. But I tried to choose things that I haven't gotten, like, let's say in the last, like, 2 or 3 months, because I've gotten a few things in the last 2 or 3 months. I just wanted to give you, I guess, a good idea of what I've actually used when I had the full year to use it. So first thing being, like I said, this bag. I want to say I got this, I'm pretty sure I've had it for the full year. I probably got it around this time last year. So this is just the tote bag. Like I said, I'll link it below. She has some other styles as well, but I love toilet print. I love toilet print. I think it just looks so classic. Anyway, it is reversible. No, I take that back. I have reversed it on the plane. So I love this for as a travel bag. So if I'm going to be traveling anywhere by car or plane, I tend to grab this one. Number one, so this is the inside out, and it's just like her logo there. Both inside and out have these pockets, convenient pockets. They're big enough to hold your phone or like a card case or whatever. So I just find this extremely, oh, I have a pair of readers in there. Tells you how old I am. So anyway, I love this bag. It is extremely lightweight. There's no hardware on it, which I actually really like for traveling in general, because it makes it extremely light, and it can hold everything from a laptop to, and you can overstuff it because it is like just a big tote bag. A laptop, my iPad. What is it? No. My AirPods Max. Can't even think of it. My AirPods Max, like the big headphones. It holds that. It'll hold books. It'll hold magazines, whatever it is that you need to take on the plane, or if you're like going into work or whatever. So I have this. Previously, before this, I used to use my green Goyard, the St. Louis tote in the GM size. That is another travel bag that I tend to use often, but and it's just as light as this one. I like this one because, like I said, I can throw it in the wash. There's no worries about it. Plus, if you don't want to like call all the attention to yourself, it's not a designer brand. It's just extremely cute. And I actually get a lot of questions on where I got this. So like I said, I'll link it for you guys below. If it's still in stock. If not, I'll still link her website because I love her clothes and her accessories. I think her stuff is pretty great. So that is one. Number two is my Gucci belt bag. I bought this used maybe 6 months ago, 7 months ago. I had this back in 2001 maybe, and I wore the crap out of it. It like fell apart, and then I just didn't think about it for years. I would see people in it and be like, oh, I should probably get that again or whatever. Anyway, there is a great secondhand store that is near me that I go into every once in a while that had this. It's not in the best condition, I'll be honest. I probably could have gotten better condition on Fashion File or something if I had just kind of like held out a little bit longer. But I think that I probably use it so much because it's not in great condition. I mean, it's not terrible condition. I just pulled a thread from it. It's not terrible condition, but it definitely has seen better days. It has like a little bit of color transfer down there and some stains on the back, things like that. But I got it for a really good price and it holds everything I need. I feel like now that we don't use big bags as much anymore, or it hasn't been like a trend for quite a few years, that I tend to, or I've downsized so much that I really don't need on a normal day much more space than what this bag holds. So yeah, so if another one that is like in excellent condition at some point comes along, I might get another one, maybe in another color, just because it is so convenient. I do like wearing this, so I know that the thing obviously in these last few years. First of all, I love a belt bag. Call them a fanny pouch, like we used to call them fanny pouches. Yeah, fanny pouches, right? I love a belt bag. I have used them. I used to have like the North Face ones when I was in high school. So I've always liked belt bags in general. So whenever I find a good belt bag, I like to wear it as a belt. I don't like to wear it crossbody. So I know that obviously in recent years, it has been, I guess, more in style to wear it crossbody. I don't love that because I have a bigger chest. I don't really, most of my belt bags, and I have quite a few, don't really work crossbody for me. However, I like them as regular old belt bags, like on my hip. I like it like that the best. So yeah, so this was a great buy and it has gotten so much use already. Next one is, I guess going with the belt bag theme is I think this is called the high rise belt bag. So I also have the original version that came out, I think in like maybe 18 it came out. It's a little bit wider and it has like the top handle. I love that one. They discontinued that and they I guess started production on this one, which seems to be, I don't know. I don't know why they discontinued the other one. I know that there's issues with the flap. Zippers get stuck underneath like the lip of the bag. And that does happen to me, although I like that. That one honestly is probably my favorite, although I don't use it as much as this one. The reason I use this one the most is actually because I can wear it crossbody. So it is extremely flat, if you can see. It has a ton of room in it, so it literally holds way more than I need it to. I don't usually wear this one as an actual belt bag, so you can see it holds so much stuff. Even though it's flat, it does have the ability, I guess, to expand. I actually can wear this like this. So like I said, because it's flat, it doesn't add more like bulk to my chest. So this one I actually really like for that reason. And it makes it easier, in my opinion, when I am just like running in and out of stores. So if I'm going for a day and I'm dressing, I want to like be hands free and I want to walk and whatever, then the Gucci belt bag or any of my other belt bags work out really well because I wear them as belt bags. And I find that in the car, if I'm driving a lot or whatever, it's really annoying. This, however, I can just throw over my chest, run in and out of the store. So this one I feel like I use the most for like errand running and things like that, not when I'm actually just like out for the whole day. But I love this. It has worn really, really well. It's still a really light patina, which is really nice, especially considering I am in Florida. So I guess because I keep it's an in the car and running out of the car bag. It's not like a long-term outside bag. But yeah, this is detachable. I like this too because it's kind of, I guess it's like convertible. So number one, you can put any other strap that you want on here, which I have done. I actually have sold it now, but I had a reverse monogram strap that I would put on here sometimes when I wanted to wear a crossbody. But this obviously can be adjusted and it can be used for your waist, or it can be used and taken off and put on another bag. So you can totally put this on like a Speedy or any other bag that you would want to use the strap with. And the strap also has not gotten very dirty. So it's a great bag. Obviously with the canvas, just wipe it down and it's just really, really convenient. So that is number 3. This one is a mess, honestly. The next one is, and I know there's, people go back and forth on whether this is a bag or not. I like things, especially when I'm not spending the full day out. I grab things that I can just like hold really quickly, go in and out of stores or whatever I have to do, and I'm not worried about it, and it's not like fussy. So I find this to be a bag just like that. And I actually had, I have two of them. One is in New York. I have one in orange. And I've had more than that. And I actually was like, you need to downsize this ridiculous bride-a-brac collection because it's like too much at this point. Nobody needs this many. And I found that like sometimes when I find that I'm gravitating towards a bag that is not my favorite, or that I really don't like love the style or whatever, or it's taking me away from things that I actually love and want to use, I will sell it, which is, I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's kind of my way of like trying to use the things that I really love in my collection versus the things that I just find convenient. I am a creature of habit. As you know, I've talked about, like, I wear the same tank tops, I wear the same sweatpants. Like, I'm just constantly in what I find comfortable. And I but I love fashion and I love accessories and I love shoes. And I want to be able to use the things that I buy for myself. And sometimes when certain bags or shoes or whatever become too much of a staple, I will literally get rid of them so that I can, like, I guess, get out of my comfort zone. So at the peak, I want to say I had like five of these. I have since sold off three, so I only have the two left. Like I said, one orange and this one in New York. I actually like the smaller one better, but I had that in a better color that I had it in a really good color, and I sold that because they were going to give me more money for that. And I was like, I don't need this many. It was the cream and the orange. And because I have an orange GM, also, I was like, I don't need two oranges. This is ridiculous. So that being said, this I think is just such a convenient bag. I want to say I've had this for about 2 years now. There is so much room inside here. You can literally fit everything. I can even probably fit my headphones in here as well, like the big headphones. This holds so much stuff. It's extremely light because it's just like a canvas. I know, like I said, that a lot of people are like, this is not a bag, this is a toiletry case. I got the black because I was like, I thought it would be good because number one, I could share it with my husband if he, like, sometimes he uses them when he's traveling just for like the plane or whatever. And that way it's black and, you know, he wouldn't feel some kind of way with it being like a crazy color. But I do find that it gets, obviously, you know, I have animals and there's like pet hair all over it. And so I do constantly need to take one of those hair removal doodad things to it. That being said, I don't think it looks the most polished. Maybe for that reason, because I find that it just like literally collects dust, and it is technically a toiletry case. But I like it. I love it. Obviously, I love it. And I haven't been using it so much recently, but all summer long, I tend to use it just because I get hot and annoyed. And so, like, this is super easy to just like pick up and throw around or whatever. And it's really good for traveling, all that stuff. So, have used this a ton. My last bag of the year. I have used this. This is probably on my most used for 2 years going at this point. This one, and let me just undo it, is my Chanel 19 in the washed denim. It is stuffed right now. So this is what they call the medium size. Like I said, I think I've had this for about 2 years now. It is just so soft and smushy. The gray obviously goes with everything, which I think is part of the reason that I use it so much. I dress really, really, really casual 99% of the time. So this is in the medium size. I also have a large. I used to have a maxi, which I think is humongous, but I wouldn't mind purchasing one of those again, just because it held everything and it was great. This fits really nicely crossbody on me. So again, because I'm curvy, I tend to have a hard time when the strap is not adjustable, but this one is perfect and it sits kind of like right above my hip, which is where I like crossbodies to sit anyway. So on anybody else, this medium size 19 would probably fit crossbody extremely well, as long as you're not like super curvy. Yeah, and obviously it has the back. We all know how. Ooh, sorry, that's loud. We all know how a Chanel 19 looks, I believe, but it has the back pocket where I like to keep my phone. Usually I wear pants with pockets because I like to keep my phone in my pocket. But if I'm not wearing pants with pockets, I keep my phone in the back pocket. So that's perfect. I honestly love the 19. I know that people are kind of like on the fence about it now, and maybe we're all falling out of love a little bit, or everyone else is falling out of love a little bit with it. It is still my personal favorite like Chanel flap version. And I think that's because, number one, I love the flap, but I love a bag that comes with a top handle and a strap. It is my favorite. It is the most, in my opinion, comfortable, convenient, because this way, when I am like jumping out of the car or whatever, I just grab the top handle and I can do it like that. And obviously, like if I am walking and I'm going somewhere or whatever, I can use it as a shoulder bag and a crossbody. So if I'm like out and about and walking, it's obviously more comfortable, in my opinion, especially if you're shopping, to have a bag that's either crossbody or on your shoulder. Especially if you're shopping and you have things in your hand, obviously you don't necessarily want to just be carrying something by the strap the whole day. That's kind of annoying, which is also why I don't use my Speedies very much. Although I love a Speedy, I find it, you have to pick the right time to use it. Otherwise, they're very annoying. And that's why I love the 19, because I just think that it's like the perfect structure. I love a slouchy bag. I'm not so much into a fussy bag that is like, very structured and I can only fit, X, Y, and Z in there. I like a bag with some give so I can stuff things in there if I want. And it's just so much more comfortable, in my opinion. So that is it, guys. That is my most used bags of 2024. I want to say when I was looking at it, I was not necessarily surprised, but I feel like I have to kind of come out of my comfort zone a little bit for 2025 and start not only dressing up, but also using bags that I love, because I have so many in my collection that I love that I just never reach for because I don't know, because they're fussier or because I don't want to mess them up or whatever it is. Hopefully next year it'll be a little more exciting, because like I said, I have all of these exciting bags. I'm also going to be doing a wish list video that is going to go up sometime next week or later this week, depending on when this one is posted. But I have my wish list for 2025 and I have a lot of like exciting things that I want to get on there. And I don't want to just get them and throw them in my closet because, yeah, it's beautiful to look at and I love having a beautiful bag closet. I want to be able to like use them and wear them out and all that stuff, because I really believe that fashion is meant to be used and enjoyed. Sometimes, obviously the logical side of my brain that believes that is like in like, is like fighting with the other side of my brain that wants me to like just keep everything perfect and not use it. And so it's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm going to try. Anyway, guys, I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, or if you just like to talk about fashion and lifestyle and luxury and shopping and all of those things that I talk about on my channel, then I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell so that you know when new videos are being posted. I post videos on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. I would love to have you here. So I look forward to seeing you soon.